Yeah, it looks like there was an issue with the stream key. I fixed it. It's fine. I think there's something got reset somewhere. But there you go. Hello, guys. Welcome, Onivia's chat. Glad to have you here. We're waiting on the game. Finish off a little bit of Demon's Hand while we're waiting. 6, 7, 9. Do I even have 8s? I've got 1 8 left in the deck. Oh my god. I've got 2. Okay. I think we are potentially in trouble here, but we'll find out. 6. We need the 8 anyway, so we'll just get rid of these. So we're getting through stuff. Oh, we got a 10 finally. 10. There we go. My god. So in fact, I was just waiting on a 10. March. Yeah, we'll take that. Whew. Beautiful. Ah, sorry, you got the linking stuff times you out. That's what it is. Let me do that. We did it. Holy moly, untime you out. You're back. Boom. Not even close, baby. Death took something from Atakan, perhaps for the first time in his life. San Uzal and purpose. Oh boy, that's not looking good. Their desires benefit each other as they wrought their bloody works. When the demon was free, I wonder how it felt. Rage, sorrow. Being blind to its emotion for so long, it was as if a dam had broken. And what was unleashed? Devastation. It was sick of this world. Perhaps that's why it absconded to the spirit realm. Oh my, we're still here. Oh my, okay. What can we buy? What's this do? Draw a critical card after using a solo attack. First attack played per battle deals plus 60% damage. That's really good. Here we go. I'm gonna play off that. Right. We'll go rest. We'll do one more round. And then we'll go, do I recall my Lord's demise? Or our Lord's demise? Or is your mind crowded with stories told by sycophants? No, crowded. Not crowded, no. You were there at the end, and yet you've still forgotten. There must be something that remains, some splintered feeling. Did he beg at the end? Never. I heard otherwise. You know his death, then come, set the story straight. Okay. Hey, thank you for that HP, we needed it. Lumbering Sentinel. Last round. And then we'll make sure we've got the co-stream feed rolling. Oh, it's beautiful. Spot on. Oh. Excellent news. Nice. Oh, nearly. 6, 7, 8. 2, 3. It's a critical. We've got some discards to work with still. One of 3. Hang on. Let's try discarding these. 9, 9. Oh man, we just can't draw. 3, 4. That's annoying. Okay, well. Two, 3, 4. No 5s. Dyad sets. Unless we've got moon, moon, moon. Yeah, okay. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Got sun, sun. Only one attack left, huh? Well, that's all to do it. There you go. Damage done. Easy. Not even close. Oh, go on. Oh, swooping gold hold. Steals 1 gold per attack. Oh, God. Sons. Oh, hang on. Horde. Yeah, we'll take the Horde. How? Yeah. Ouch. Okay. I need to try and do this in as few attacks as possible then. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or final 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There you go. Better. Or at least countering some of that. Oh. Ow. 2, 3, 4. Nice, okay. Issue solved. What do we get as a reward for doing this? Oh, nice. Plus 10, plus 4% critical chance. Nice. Go rest. Unlikely brothers were Mordekaiser and Atakan. One a hollow shell infused with the soul of a warlord. The other a demon with a soldier inside, like a splinter. Well put. One wonders if the men within sensed each other. Faces without names. Yes, there is no hiding from oneself. We may try to forget life's experiences, but they stay with us. Scars. Nice. Alright, store, then we're out. We can buy and see what we've got left. Oh, we've got 20. What's this one do? Deal 50% of each time attack type has been played this battle. Number of discards by 2. Ooh, that's really helpful. Yeah, we'll do that, especially because we're hunting for certain things. Nice. Okay. Give me a second while I now resolve our co-stream feed. Let's see if we've got it working. 1 second. 1 second. See if this works. Drum roll. Surely it'll be fine, right? Surely. Sounds good. There we are. We've actually got break music. Fun. Right, guys, I'm going to go heat some food, so I'm good to go. Hang on, what? Come back. Why have you left me? Eh? Doko? You were there. Why have you left me? Oh, ah. Oh, this is just replay stuff from yesterday. Huh. Fun. Let me just make sure we're all good to go and there's nothing funny happening with the clean feeds. Before I find out that there's a... Chroma test has been done. Ba ba da ba 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 da bam bam. Okay. Looks like we're fine. Okay. 1 second. We'll just double check. We're all good. What's my monitor resolution? That's a good question. Pretty high. Oh, look. I just deal with the monitor being small. It's 2560 by 1440. So it's 1440, which helps, in fairness. I think we're fine. There's no reason not. We can't have this up. Clearly testing some stuff in the background. How exciting. Not what I want to do. Give me a preview. No. Oh my god, multi-chat. Why? See, it's done this. I've just got a giant chat box that's like in horizontal. Why have you? I don't want it this big. Just be normal. Just be normal. There we go. But yeah. Oh. Let me make sure I've got Onivia's chat up as well while we're waiting. We will mute this. Stick ourselves on. The right, create a safe playlist so we don't end up with too much trouble. Shuffle it. Let's go. And I'll run some ads just so we don't have them anytime soon. I shall leave you all to go get myself some soup so I may eat. Where? Oh, where? Let me pull this over here briefly. No. Oh, preview. Yeah, that'll be beautiful. EMEA Masters and Onivia. So I can see what you lot are saying on Onivia. No, not what I wanted. Pop out that chair. Here we go. I can see you all. Righty then. Drag that over here. Right, I'll be back in a minute or two. I'm going to get myself some soup and we'll get going. Should be starting in about 15 minutes. Exciting times. Right. Hang around, chill out. Let me rename my stream title before I leave, actually, as well. Where art thou? Here you are. No. Sometimes I need a bigger second screen. This one's tiny. Tiny, I say. Cool. Yoink. Yoink. There we go, that's more like it. Nice, that'll do. Ease. Awesome sauces. When they become EMEA Masters champions, yes, they do. Right then, I'll be back in a second or two. Chair, look after them. Okay, hello folks. Sorry on the slight delay from me. I need to get some food before I died horribly. How y'all doing, folks? Oh, I have soup. I'm quite excited. So I'll mute a little bit before I end up like munching all over you guys. Tell you what, 1 second, I'll turn my camera off while I eat so I'm not disturbing you all. Boop. That looks like draft to me. 1 second, folks. hard you prefer IJC's comp there. Am I missing something? I mean, there's good skirmishing from LR. Oh. I bring back my camera. There we go, we'll do that. And then unmute that. There we go. Eat my soup. Exciting stuff. I have tomato soup. We're on to the rift. And for our first shout of the day, please consider using private internet access. If you're looking for a VPN, piavpn.com/Onivia lol. Will lead you to a landing page, then get you an 83% discount on the VPNs. If you're looking at a VPN, do your research, obviously. But this is a really good discount. 83% is nothing to sniff at. It's right there, on the other side of the screen.
30 seconds until
a smiley padlock. You too can have a smiley padlock on your various devices. If it comes down to team fights in the river, oh my god, IJC, you're going to be very, very scary. I think we also lose out an early shove here, which isn't great.
Minions have spawned.
That's a lot of cheese. I'm going to turn the camera. You don't need to see cheese strings. There we go. I'll be back once I've finished my soup. Okay, value on this invade. Be a bit wary. Prime, flash for the headbutt. Value flashes out himself. Flash. Not quite in range to slow. Gets it anyway with the siphon power. It's turned around. Jin gets that one. Okay. Well, not actually the end of the world. A little bit annoying for Velia to not get an assist there. But Jin getting the kill is good news. Certus also then has to TP back to lane. Let's have a look at this. Everyone's here to fight over the Raptors. Flash, Pulve, knocks up Velia, flashes out himself, and Certus goes, I'm going to have to flash in to secure this. Does so. It burns his flash, burns his TP. Could theoretically lead to another early gank, and Nemesis with that advantage can be really obnoxious. Of course, Victor in lane with the siphon power is bloody annoying. That's why Nemesis has gone for the command Protect second to try and mitigate that. And basically every time, yeah, exactly, Nemesis there doing really well, using the command Protect to mitigate the siphon power damage. Sophie's making cheese pancakes, good, my significant mirror to the cheesy soup. Triple Gathering Storm on LR, yeah. Yeah, I imagine it is. I can see it. I mean, in fairness, Jin scales very well into this game. Because of purely his range, if you get 4 items on Jin, actually really hard for IJC to touch him on a regular basis. Crowley's gone to put some wards out, some traps. Skarner got the Scuttle Crab. Nemesis needs to be a bit wary. I think Theacat can get a really good roam off here. Speed up with the command dissonance, but there's a slow. No external impact. Flash out of the gravity field. Nemesis down that summon. A nice gank from Theacax. Okay, good deadly flourish. Hansamdi eats an auto and a bouncing grenade. 4 shots up. Claims the minion. And Jin Bard can be really obnoxious in lane. Bard autos are very silly. The Q sets up a slow for Crowny to follow up. It's got very good CC change between the two of you. A surprising amount of safety. Meep empowered autos are very, very potent on a bard. Hey, it's up to you. Good to see you. My calculations line up. I'm expecting 3-1 for LR today. But I'm hoping for a 5-game bang because Ham Sam D's been looking good. I can see it. Honestly, I also think people really sleep on Certus. Like, the last time he was in LEC, he was a single game win off going to Worlds. Went to game 5 against BDS, went something like 6-4 on a Kali, did an insane amount of work while his team was struggling. Like, I know people kind of meme him for like being on SK and SK kind of falling apart in players, but I genuinely think Certus was really good. I know Gilius put a tweet out defending him and going, look, I actually think people have like kind of dismissed Certus and LEC quality mid, and I think there's some truth to that. I think he's been really good. Arguably, he's the best mid in the LFL. Arguably. And again, understandably, I'm sure a lot of Carmine Core fans will go, I disagree with that. I think Slowkey's been fantastic. And that would be a very reasonable take as well. I'm not here to say otherwise. However, don't sleep on Certus, because I think there is a conversation to be had. Theocax went looking to see if the gank angle. Won't happen. Reckless and Valiant starting up the dragon. And I worried a bit about the early lane power and shot, but the Misfortune hasn't really claimed it because the Bard has helped the Jhin make sure that they are actually the ones trading out and getting better. Especially because it is the Alistair. Certus has done well in the mid lane. Of course, Nemesis had to give up the shove after he blew his own flash from a good gank. But credit to Bowsy, he's actually shoved in this Rumble really well. I know it's a counter matchup, but still. Easier said than done against him. My next trick. I return. Hello. Super's been finished. It was tasty. I am pleased to have eaten it. Up to 3-1 because I suffer on game 5. Yeah, I mean, don't we all? It's a fun kind of suffering, though. There's Jay-Z going with it. If LR loses series, I'll go bald. Threatened that the other day. He got away with it then. Be interested to see whether he gets away with it today. Okay, so game is very, very even. We're not seeing much of a lead anywhere. Jin's got a minor lead. Viego's got a minor lead. Certus has a minor lead. That's it. Okay, Equalize, because Ignite on the wave. Equalizer on the wave. Get a reset for Howling, who has been chunked out really hard there. Bowsy also with the Synchronized Souls. We've seen this a bit on the Galio. Allows you to be really, really rapid around the map, which is a big deal. TP's back up. Building towards Hollow Radiant, I would imagine, first item. Understandable, your 2 solo lane options will be a Victor and a Rumble. Flash did just get popped by Crowny there. Yes, it did. Nice engage from Prime. Big summoner down. Again, Crowny's gone forward towards the Culling. Not Culling, the Collector. Culling is Lucian. Does the winner of this qualify for anything? Pride, Glory, and a trophy. But no, not to any other tournaments, not to LEC or anything like that. Not currently. There is no mobility within the LEC as it stands.
Life has no meaning, but your death shall.
So, slight lead to LR from the lanes, from just shoving out. Traded Dragon for Grubs, that's about it. And again, I think IJC are okay with that. Because again, you're looking at this comp from IJC and you're going, okay, well, what happens when we get to group as 5? And then have Theocax press R, and Howling press R, and Certus press R, and Han Death press R, all on the same targets. And you do a little thought experiment, and you go, well, Skarner, in best case scenario, holds 3 people still for an extended period of time, for probably 4 ticks of Equalizer, most of a bullet time, and then Chaos Storm afterwards. At which point, they're all going to be slowed by the Equalizer that remains, and they'll have to try and flash out if they're not dead already. It's kind of nasty. That said, Lost Ratones do have good shove, do have good skirmishing, but they are going to have to try and not get caught by that combo, because if they do, it is lights out, and I don't think there's that much they get to say about it. Something new for Baus having a pushing lane. He's on serious mode, I know, right? Oh, there's the proxy farming, my goat. Oh, they all know they're on Dragon on the other side, so Baus just gets to be here being obnoxious as hell. Oh, fabulous stuff. Synchronized souls, reset. What this actually does is it cheats the timer you get to access that wave. Because imagine, you probably had to wait 30 seconds for that wave to get to top lane otherwise. So instead, Baus goes all the way to tier 3, cleans the wave, can synchronize Soul's recall, move immediately mid, and that wave won't be hitting his turret for another 40 seconds. So we got a free time and a look mid, work with Velia, then head top, and that top wave has yet to even hit tier 1. And look where Baus is, without TP. Really nice map move. Around for grubs now. Can now walk up the river and threaten the Rumble. Does Rumble Q continue to work through Bard ult? It won't hurt other people. Does it stay active? There's a question. I genuinely don't know, actually. We'll keep an eye on that one. My initial thoughts are yes, because it'll work through Zhonya's, right? And effectively, Tempered Fate is an AoE Zhonya's. So my general assumption is, does it work in Zhonya's, yes or no? So assuming it's active already, then yes, it should still be on, I think. Bousy is now into a full Leandries, so does actually now start to take some damage. Synchronized Souls, resets, gets himself the full Balmy Cinder. Dragon is up, LR claimed the first one. Rumble doesn't have TP. Is Bousy going to roam towards this? Yes, he is. And that means you can have multiple people turn up here. Howling has gone back home, so Bousy sacked this wave for this. Roam mid. Then goes right back top. So we'll have lost half a wave or whatever. Not the end of the world there for Bousy, I don't think. It gets your second dragon. What's the rift? Mountain rift. Oh man, that would be useful for either team. Skarner with Mountain Soul. Alistair with Mountain Soul. You're never killing them. Not with this comp. You're never killing them. Velia's gone Kraken Slayer. He needs to be able to hit that front line in a 1v1. Like, I agree. I think Trinity Force wouldn't work with him. He's not dueling. He's just DPSing. The jungle item is indeed blurry. And what it is, in fact, I'll tell you what, I'll show you. It's the chroma key. So the way we are doing sponsors is via chroma key. If I have a look at the filters here. There you go. Now it all looks normal. Now it doesn't. So that's basically how we're getting the adverts on. In the right place. They are chroma key. But it just means because the green is the same color as Moss Stomper and the health bars and stuff, it messes with them too. There's not a lot we can do about it. IJC, you're going to want that mountain. I mean, if they could stack 4 mountains, I mean, good God. You're just not killing this team. Mountain shields with 4 Mountain Dragons on a Misfortune with Bloodthirster. Rumble, who will likely be going as Zhonya's at some point. Skarner and Alistair. Velia is in danger. Grand entrance. Flashed away from Velia, but now Bousy is in danger. Looks at the shield is around, does so. Bousy flashes out. Okay. Top jungle alive, but it's going to cost you double flashes, double ults. What did it cost for IJC? Skarner ult. Flash on Howling. Search as well. Okay, so you double flash. Search flashed as well. But only 1 ult. So, you know, not the end of the world, but a bit messy. Hollow Radiant stun. Yeah, now suddenly this Rumble's going to be a little bit sad again. We suddenly had shove. Will not anymore. Fine. Okay, Valia and Theocax. Trading up this red buff. There's 4 members here. Hang on, here comes the rest of IJC though. That is not the best Bard portal of all time. Out for now. Valia gets run out. Theocax flashes. Ah, it's an upheaval. He's dead. Oh, just out of range. No way. Harrowed Path is silly. That Tempered Fate is goated. Reckless. You monster. No way did they get away with that. I thought that bar portal was going to be into the mother of all bullet times. We just cried. And then Misfortune, even with Strut and Flash, couldn't catch up to Viego in the Harrow Path. Oh my days. Okay, 30 CS lead bot though. Hansam D is way ahead of Brownie. When did that happen? That's a big lead. 2 objectives. This would be the 3rd objective. That would be that marker then claimed for IJC. It's only been a kill apiece. Very quiet game. I think we're pretty much guaranteed to get Voracious Atakan this time around. Can't look at the icon proper stream, it will be Voracious. Bouncing grenade. Bouncing, I think it's dancing grenade. I apologize actually. Oh, don't lose the melee. No, he gets it. Nice. Good CSing Brownie. Good. Nemesis has gotten the lead because he's Nemesis. Fausty also doing just fine as individual match. It feels like Crowny's been the one who's had to lose a little bit more. Dragon spawning would be Soul Point. Mountain Soul Point, very valuable here. But hey, reminder, we are looking at who's got Flash. Nemesis in a spot of bother, but here comes Prime. Taxis to the minion. Tempered Fate is very shy. Gravity Field comes on down. Theocax will drive through the wall. So, we lose an ult from Reckless. Tempered Fate could have been pretty significant as a way to potentially save people from a Skarner ult. Range is pretty good for Lost Ratones. Shockwave. Taunt. Deadly Flourish is wide. Howling in danger nonetheless. Valia flashes out. In comes the hero's entrance. And Theocax is there in the front line. Dragon resets. Hansam D eats command attack dissonance. Last shot lands onto Certus. Reset comes through from Howling. He does not have teleport. Big damage onto Theocax, who doesn't really have all that much in the way of resists yet. Shield suppression comes on through. That'll be massive damage on the front line, and Baus dies. Dragon was secured though by Lost Ratones. They pick up Mountain Soul Point at the price of 1. They get the taunt and they nearly kill off this Skarner. Just don't quite have enough. Baus goes looking, gets the shield with the Seismic Bastion. And that's a bit sad. I just getting mentioned they just need to avoid getting that Jin. That yeah, exactly. Exactly. Still, the soul point secured. Very close game so far. Towards the Herald we go. Objectives claimed by Lost Ratones. Nemesis flash. Prime has to flash in trade as that shockwave would have brought him under turret. And he doesn't have ult for another 6 seconds, so would have been a bad time. First items now largely done across the board. Misfortune, not miles off an Infinity Edge actually. PF Sword and Pickaxe in inventory. So at this point, it does hurt with those ults. Shielded around, comes on through. Gravity Field is there, into the Justice Punch. And there's the passive as well for that big ground slam. Certus loses about half his HP there. Gets a decent shield back with the Siphon power. Not sure about the losers this game. Again, I might have been tempted by a Liandry's. But hey, most of the squad is quite squishy, so maybe fair enough. You got Liandry's on the Rumble anyway. Looking good for LR, says Sub2. Rakitis needs to have a good timing for his ult for the IJC combo. Yes, that will be pretty key. I agree on that one. I still think IJC are fine so far. Now, they've actually got a gold lead. Oh, I'm going to make a post on Twitter as well about being live. I've not done that yet. Ooh, Tempered Fate. Can we follow up? Certus. Flashes is not enough. Can't quite get close enough though. Theokak now looking for an ult himself. Velia can ult. So it ends up being flash on Certus. Too much more. Oh man, okay. No, I can't spell. God damn it, thank you. Okay, Velia. Needs to run, and again, TP burned there by Howling. Atakan, aggroed by something. Dragon Soul for Lost Ratones in 50 seconds. That has to be, you imagine, the next part of call. Turret was claimed in the mid lane, I believe, with just straight up pushing. No Herald needed for that, so that's good for IJC. Here we go. IJC being in the river first is tricky. Can sort of cheat it with Bard and Jin, because you've got portals and just curtain call if you need to. Why are these teams so bad around objectives? If I have for some reason, a bit of that. It's early in the split, partly. Okay. Bows. Low. Still alive. Oh my days, this gets tight. Theokak is really low. It's a great curtain call angle. Shockwave, not bad. That's Soul. Big, big win for Velia. Crownie's in danger. Velia needs to try and find his way out. Ult's out. Stays alive, but he didn't burn his ult. Theokax walks away. No one dies somehow, some way. Bows TP's back in. Not bad. Okay. I changed my bot. My Discord's not working. Very annoying. So what do you do at this point as IJC? You probably want to look around Adicam. Especially if you can time it now the Baron's up, you can look to do that. And again, you do have the ability to manage Mountain Soul. I think it's a bit annoying now that he's got Lud and Zonya's. If you'd gone like Leandri's Void Staff or whatever, he would have managed it a bit better, but he's gone towards a slightly burstier build, and the Mountain Soul hates that. A Mountain Soul is a win con, which I think will be really good for Lost Ratones. Makes a massive difference here.
When darkness closes in, drill right through it.
Drill right through it. Okay. Atacon started. Tower going to be looked at as well here, and that's going to be good. It's a good combo. Certus going to trade on the other side. Has got teleport, maybe forced to use it here because LR are quite happy to start up the Atacon. Here we go again. It's going down pretty fast here because actually that's Titanic plus Kraken say, oh, Prime. Oh, eats an auto Q auto. Bullet time is decent enough, but again, it just doesn't hurt the same way anymore. Baus with a wonderful Shield of Duran, by the way. Body soloable by Velia. Look for Hepapov. In comes the Galio ult. Velia stays alive. Ult's out. Triley goes down. That's actually pretty huge. They got two. Baus needs to run away. Ah, man. Skarner ult comes on through. That's Atacon. Oh, dear. They kill Prime, but at what bloody cost? Equalizer and Chaos Storm still really, really, really hurt, and there's Baron. Oh no. That will do it. So initially, this looks all right. Prime's gone in very deep. The bullet time doesn't get as much value as they're hoping. The curtain calls in a decent enough angle. Prime goes down. You're going, excellent. What a taunt from Baus. We can keep going here. And then this is going to be a massive suppression. Galio comes on through. Doesn't save anybody enough. Velia flashes back, but it's into an equalizer. That Arcane Storm is foul. Oof. Hey, Grump. And there goes the game. Yeah, a little bit. When's Elder? 2 minutes. Could have been worse. Oops. Suddenly IJC with a gold lead. Properly. 3.3k. The Rumble's strong. And we said this combo might prove to be obnoxious even with a Mountain Soul involved. Hey, 88 Pies. Good to see you. What do you do now, Zala? Your wave clear is pretty mixed, actually. Especially into a bloody Victor Misfortune Rumble. You don't win that shove. Rousey jumped on. Hang on. Prime. Gonna have his withdrawal pops. No, he's not. Locket's a hell of a drug. Curtain's a call. Missed it. Equalizer forces Crown to stop ulting. So you got the inhibitor. You'll back away. I know everyone's recalling from. Lots of control wards now in LR's jungle. They're going to try and shove out through mid and make sure they're around to play for this Elder. Misfortune's just finished a third item. Oh boy, 2.2k ahead. You've got a third item done. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Sambi's going to win it. Yeah, that's a 1v1 versus a Galio. Oh, Baus. Yeah. Lord Doms is in, and that is Elder Dragon. There's no way out of it now. You can try and play 4v5, delay for Baus with an ult and a teleport, but I think you just have to give it up, don't you? I realized they're still playing. I thought they got taken out by KCB. That was in groups. Swiss stage. You had to lose twice, and they only lost the one. It might be a little bit of a shellacking. We shall see. Bloodletter's Curse done for Bao. So decent AoE MR shred. There's that sudden gold pop. Game was next to even. Not anymore. So, LR, your job is wave clear, time out the Elder. Jin's now got 3 items. Nemesis now has 3 items. There's that. You still have the Mountain Soul. IJC's buffs are temporary. Okay. Titanic Hydra does a decent job. Tearcat needs to be a bit wary here. Pull back under the turret. I think he just dies, doesn't he? Flash away. Nice shutdown. Tempered Fate comes across. Forces Howling into a difficult position. Faust, you're gonna have to be careful. But he's still into an Elder buff. Oh my days. Oh, all the hard work. Brownie's gonna die. Good flash. Take it back. Inhibitor goes down. How long have they got left on the Elder? Can't be that long. 35 seconds.
Hyper Flame Spitter.
Am I allowed to co-stream this, Jake? Good question, dude. I got permission from EMEA Masters themselves, so I had to go get permission. So I don't know, because you're on one of the teams. You might well because you're in an ERL team. Maybe I don't know, because you're not at the tournament. I don't think you get immediate rights. You probably there's if you know Juliet from Webedia, she's probably the person to ask, Jake. If not, you're welcome to hop on with me. Come say hey. Oh, say hey, Jake. Good to see you, dude. Yeah, loot and splash from the minions was what killed Baus. Oh, God. Okay. NLC might be able to give you permission too. I know that's how Synergy got permission. So if you chat to the guys who do NLC co-streaming stuff, whatever your contact is there, they can probably tell you. Beaming or casting? Hell yeah. I actually didn't do the cosplay contest in time. I meant to. It's because I shaved my beard just so I found out about the contest. So I don't have the baby no money, baby no dollar beard anymore. So I need to regrow my beard for it. So I tried to do that, it wasn't fast enough. Hang on. Pull away. Jin's actually kind of scary now. We've only got 1 inhibitor down. Bouncy will manage it. They're on a ward. Grunt guy, it was Skarner Rumble. Like, they gave up both picks. It's just not worked. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of giving that combo up. Just look at everything else going with the Skarner as well. Mental. Alright, Equalizer goes down to Nemesis, cries quite a lot. Hang on, root onto Prime, but it's just the Alistair. You don't care. Okay. Baron secured. Ooh, Certus did not enjoy that. Hang on. Dally looking for an angle. Knock him on a Theocag, flash away from Certus, wants to try and get a recall off. Belly's going to keep hunting. He's going to find him. He's got him. Nice. Ooh, shield. Typhon power's good. Oh no, Certus. Shield on him. They're going to try and delay his recall as much as they can. Elder's in a minute. They want to delay this as long as they can. Okay. That's now a 55-second death timer. Elder's in 45. You get a 10-second advantage. They deserve to lose just because we have Scar to Rumble. I mean, it is a bold call. Nice clutch from Crowny there. Yeah. Yeah, this is a massive shot in a second. That is a big deal. Also, Velia getting a nice... They get Prime and use the jump forward to get this. They get Theocax. So basically, 2 people with Baron and 3 people dead for a significant period at this point in the game. Skarna's dead for 50 seconds. Search is going to be dead for another 50 after that. And Elder coming up is a big deal. I wonder whether IJC just say, we're going to shove every wave we can and prevent you setting up around Elder because we're going to force you into the base. But they've not been able to do that because of the reset timings. So actually, it's a good spot for LR. They want to start on spawn, don't they? Okay. They're going to flip while Certus has 5 seconds to go. They can really rapidly get through this. Holy shit. Can they keep Theocax out? Oh my god, he's in the pit. Flash, stun into the wall. Ult out from Velia. He's not in the pit anymore. Oh, I got it! Velia, my goat! Velia, my goat! Galio gets ulting out. Curtain Call flies around. Triple for Crowny. Not even close, baby. Not even close. They're going to win this game. Oh my god. Howling's trying to clear the wave so they can't end it. Nice. Huge shutdown. Body stolen. They've got so many turrets to go through. That's a big set of death timers. And the wave clear's not up for... what? 30 seconds? I think that's over. Oh my god. That death timer delay on Certus that they couldn't set up for Elder properly. Credit to Theocax for trying. Flash done into the wall. Nearly gets Velia, but the follow-up wasn't quite there. It's gone. It's way too late. They just delete these things. Before this as well. So many members coming up to Elder. That was really problematic. Good game management from Lost Ratones. Needed to be, but good game management. Right, let's run some ads. In time for game number 2. Average Messi performance, to be honest. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Okay, I'm going to get myself a cup of tea, so I'm good to go. Take this empty soup bowl out of the kitchen as well. They did not do anything proactive early to mid with that comp. That's why they just wanted to take the scale that was criminal. Yeah, I mean, a little bit. But I mean, IJC wanted to play for team fights, right? Like, they should have won that from the position they were in. They had Ada Khan, Elder, Baron. Like, that game was over. 2 inhibitors down. Fumble around the Baron was a big deal. Serge's going to be kicking himself for getting caught like that. I mean, not entirely his fault. It was a really good combo from Crowny hitting the shot and Velia looking for that stolen Alistair body. So the 10th game I've seen LR haven't gotten a nearly uncontested soul. I mean, they fought over both double Mountain Dragons. It just didn't work. I think they higher rolled with Mountain Soul too. That's what honestly kept them in the game. I think it would have been way harder if they hadn't got Mountain Soul. But there we go. Right, cup of tea. Enough hanging around. We'll have that conversation again later. Cannot believe. Okay. Break time. Alright, tea's brewing. I mean, you never should have died top lane, recalls inside a bush, yeah. I mean, I think he was trying to rush the Viego, because the problem was, Viego will outspeed you the moment he puts the Harrow Path down. So I think the moment you split off, I think he was trying to rush it, right? It's like, okay, I think actually if I stop and recall, I can just about get back, because if I go to the bush, Viego catches up and I die anyway. It's probably the thinking. I need to look back and see the whole clip again, but that would be my imagination. Yeah, but you know he'll smite you. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Truth. Right, where are we at in my brain? Oh yeah, I used to do that with the music-y thing. There we go. Right, letting my tea, that's the one, brew. Man, I'm fried. It's been a long few days, guys. When is the next series, LP? Is it tomorrow? It is. Oh my days, I'm so sleepy, chat. So sleepy. Ooh, we're getting fancy things. Hey?
Thirty seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
Whoop. Over we go. Did I miss anything? Doesn't look like it. Tea acquired. How exciting. If we consider the fact that LR is one of the better teams that are able to squeeze information hard, Ash should be their ticket to game 3. Yeah. Hawkshot is very, very potent at pro level. Oh, Nemesis. Oh boy, that could have been careful. Dicey. Invade's happening. And Velia wants nothing to do with it. Starting blue buff. There's the ward. Oh boy, that's a good rat gank. Reckless body blocking. Winter's Flail lands, looking to try and get a hold. Someone into the hook. Ah, man alive. Crowny just about alive for now. Burns out. Goes down. Every summoner bot popped by Lost Ratones, and still the kill goes over to Ezreal. So they put the wall down, spot Ham Sam D coming through, and they go, oh god, right. Reckless then basically says, I need to body block this. Does a fairly decent job, but then the flail comes across too, into the permafrost, into the hook. You know, I think Reckless probably should have just tanked that. Instead, he flashes, Crowny does not. And it's a big lead in the bot lane, and a lot of very vulnerable targets into a Blitzcrank. Hand Sandy, Peruvian Pride, hell yeah. He's been playing well this tournament. Blitz and Bass was a nightmare for Baus. Yeah. With the way he plays the game, yeah, it is. Okay. Q, that's still level 2 Sejuani. I think she's just dead. Slow is pretty good. Oh, you can't get it. Play on the bot side. Prime's now in danger himself. Gets the knocker. Needs to be wary. Remember, doesn't have a flash. Hansam D stands and delivers. Hook goes wide. Veli's going to be very annoyed he didn't get that kill onto the Sejuani. Exceptionally greedy of Theocax to go in for those raptors. Looking for a Scuttle Crab. Is this going to be level 3? Yeah. No, he's already got level 3. I say, you can look bot now. Crowny, remember, no flash. Reckless, no flash. Here we go. Battle Dance 1. No avail. Valley is going cool. I guess they keep farming. Reki's too good with Rakan. I believe he'll still hold down the bot lane. They're going to have to try. Not been easy. Been zoned off a lot of minions just by sitting in that bush. As long as Blitzcrank holds hook, it's Schrodinger's hook. It's hit and hasn't permanently. The moment you fire it, it's a known quantity. You get as much, if not more power sometimes, just by holding the hook and threatening it rather than actually pulling it, because Crowny and Reckless just have to stand back. Knowing that cooldown's gone, they can step forward and start CS. That's a 500 gold lead down here and about 10 CS drops. Crowny cannot get access to this wave. This one game, how did it go? So game 1, Lost Ratones gave up Skarner, Rumble, Misfortune, Victor as a combo. Skarner should be able to hold 30 people over the burning doom that is everybody else's ultimates. And that nearly happened. They got Baron and Elder. However, Lost Ratones still managed to sneak Mountain Soul. And then they flip around Baron, lose so many people, respawn too late to properly contest Elder, lose Elder, and Lost Ratones win anyway. It's silly stuff. Silly stuff. Bousy. Prime is here. Sejuani and Blitzcrank. Gonna die. He's trying to get as many of these minions as he can. Feral Scream. Dies. Does finally give some license for Crowny and Reckless to shove. Lol, thanks for summon. You're welcome. If LR30 IJC, the internet will melt down. Might do, Duo. Don't lie. Don't lie. Okay, Nemesis has to flash. Okay. Well. Velia clutched Elder in game 1. Yes, he did. Yeah, he did. Flash Q Smite on Viego does what it needs to do. Sam D. Okay, hang on. I wonder whether the Prime might look for a hook there, actually.
Sin without witness.
There's the Hawk Shot. True Shot Barrage, chunks out Crowny. Ouch. Actually, potentially quite significant here, depending on how this goes. Okay. Theocax in danger. Level 5 to level 6. Velia's gotten well ahead now on the Vi as a result of the early plays that Theocax has made. And they were good early plays, but it has come at cost of personal farm. Where are we at? We've got 1 grub to 2. And Dragon started by Velia. Oh, Howling. Lamau. Baus is also feasted there for some reason. Worth noting. Nemesis. Glacier Prison goes wide. Grand entrance. Unleashes the power. Surge is now in danger. Cease and desist. Ensures that Corki is deceased. In they go with the quickness. Gets onto Prime. Looking for another auto there. Alongside the Q. Theocax flashes out, but it's going to leave Crown the opportunity to get onto Prime, who does not have a flash or anywhere to go. Supercharges himself to no avail. I think it's overcharge, isn't it? Because supercharger is Kaisi. So IJC go looking for a pick in mid lane. Prime for the hook, doesn't get it, and then Nemesis walks in for that rocket grab. Wants to help set up, join with his team. Gets a bit ugly there. They do end up getting both mid laners. It's being a sort of 1-for-1. Then it gets a bit messy where Certus and Velia start trading out and Theocax has to flash away, but it does give Crowny and Reckless the opportunity to run at the Blitzcrank and pick up the kill. Not the Catmobile! Hang on. Blitzcrank on an angle. Lands the hook. Valkyrie forwards, rocket, frost bomb available. Good scout of the week. Arrow lands into the Vault Breaker. Look for some more damage. How far is Nemesis off his ultimate? Still not going to be anywhere near off cooldown. So it ends up being Velia securing it with an extra auto empowered by those denting blows and the relentless force. 2-0 now for Velia, who's showing Bao, so it's really done apparently. Faust can die like 5 times and he's still going to be scaling the late game. Yeah, he had a ridiculous game on Galio where he did the most damage in the game as Galio in game 1. And that was into a Victor Misfortune Rumble. Like, that was a lot of damage he should have been experiencing. That arrow was really nice. If you are an Ashe player, consider on resets looking mid and seeing whether anything's happening and firing an arrow straight down lane. A lot harder to dodge when people are kind of expected to be kind of in that middle set of angles, whereas you're firing sort of from bot lane to mid. It's a lot wider range that the person can be moving back and forward in, on the whole. You tend to have a better hit chance firing straight down mid, interestingly. Little different if people stuck in the river, because again, then that corridor is the other way around. Basic arrow. Yeah, but it's a good one. Because something is basic doesn't mean you shouldn't be thinking about it. Here we go, on Prime on the level 5. Nemesis looking to follow up. Can look to unleash the power, does so. Search is now going to try and turn this around. Velia doing his best going back. The arrow flashed away from Certus. Knockup still comes on through into the Vault Breaker. Look for the extra auto. Reckless tanks up some extra shots. Can't quite happen. Now Reckless caught up and in danger. Glacial Prison locks him in place. Now Crowny's here. True Shot Barrage comes across. Certus might be willing to play this duel with the rockets. Ends up being a 2-for-1 in favor of IJC. Go for the invade now. Prime back out on the map. Level 6 finally hit. Nemesis here. Theocax in danger. Doesn't have the flash. It will have the Arctic Assault if he can get past the people to use it. Doesn't. Shutdown goes the way of Nemesis. Now Prime's in danger. Crowny's going to be donated. That one. No, it's not. It's Nemesis. who claims the kill. Little overeager. There are only 2 members in the respawns this early in the game. Just aren't that late. Bousy in danger. Trying to get the seal. There's a decent knock up at the end. Has to flash. Hang on. Turret shots. My god. Feast was also there. From the Philippines. Oh, hello, Arden. Super greedy invade there. Yeah, it was. Like the respawns come on through and suddenly it's a 4v2 and you're a Sejuani and a Blitzcrank. Not exactly the highest damage combination of all time. Theocax, of course, is a very new player. Only 17. Last time I saw him, he was on Venom Crest last summer, where he was very young indeed. I think he turned 17. He might even be 16 at that point. Arrow. Dragon. In, I was going to say in an hour. In less than a minute. I just looked at the 1 and went, oh, that's an hour. So I know it's not in seconds. It's not like this.
Turret plating will fall soon.
Could prove tricky. Oh, Nemesis needs to be a bit wary. Does have flash. Would really like not to burn it. Looks for the stun. Lands it onto Sejuani. Is now just going to be dead. Didn't burn the flash. Regrets his choices. Dies. That's likely going to be a dragon over now. Out of IJC. First one was LR's. No one's taken all that much in the way of full grubs. It's been 1 stolen on both sides each time. Oh, nice engage from Reckless. Arrow just wide. Velia from back. It's 2v3 currently. Certus, though, not enjoying the experience. Does go down. Velia flashes out. Crowley with the massive volley for the slows. Beginning to auto. Prime can look for a hook. Tries to find something as Reckless is going to try and get as much value as he can. The flash has come flying on through, and Hansam D is still being slowed down. The approach velocity ticking. Slow from Velia with the smite having vault breakered forwards. 2 kills, mid and jungle down. Yes, they lost Nemesis just beforehand, but they cannot convert into the dragon. Can Ici Japon Corp, as Lost Ratones again on the reset, prove more deadly? Baus having a bad time here. There's the public execution. I think Bausey knows he's dead. Howling's going to run at him. Cho'Gath throws down a rupture and dies. Prophecy with the Asher, I know. I just knew it was coming, guys. That's all it was. Well, top tier 1 goes down. So, we are now with Lost Returns with 1,000 gold lead, and where that gold is important. It's on the Syndra, it's on the Vi, in really good spots to take over this game. Crowny, 78 Splinters of Wrath. Not necessarily at the Execute or mini Death Cap upgrades yet. Q and W, I think, will be there. Was it 90? I forget the breakpoint for the W. Still, pretty decent spot here. Baus, despite having died twice, still pretty valuable. First turret went the way of Lost Returns in the bot lane. Was traded up topside. And again, Howling is going to be scary. In we go. Flash away. Velia's very deep. Going to try and get in with the Battle Dance Grand Entrance Quickness combo, and Prime wishes he was on Amazon. He's been swiftly delivered. Nemesis dies, though. And that's now a big moment as Crowny dies too. Huge pickups as the teleports are in, and the shutdowns go the way of Certus and Hansam D. Herald is there. Big kills now for IJC, and they will shrink that gold lead to be next to non-existent. Well, the moment they go that deep to kill Prime, the response timers are always going to be good. That is a very dead Baus. Howling gets that one. Blitzcrank gets the assist. That Ambess is going to be really scary this game. Can LR trade on the other side of the map for release the turret? Probably. There'll be a Herald drop in mid lane though. And that will be slightly more challenging to manage. Looking like a dead man's plate for Prime here as well for the extra move speed. Mid tier 1 goes down. Sejuani summoning the Herald bot lane. Man, they are really shoving this. Their Goldie suddenly explodes to nearly 2,000. Reese is traded on the other side of the map. That'll cut it down a little bit. Nice rupture. Doesn't really turn into all that much. And the tier 2 falls in short order. Nemesis gets the shove up towards that tier 2. In go the rest of Lost Ratones. Try and make that an even trade overall. Should be able to do this with Velia there as well. He's got 2 items on this Vi. Demolished there. Comes on down. The Hex Gates mean that IJC can join. Watch for Prime. Scout of the week. Prevents easy ingress from the Blitzcrank. Should be able to back away from him. So, question in chat from Beige Varsity. Good to see you again, by the way. I remember you being here yesterday. Is Han Samdi a relative of Han Sama, or is he just, we have Han Sama at home? So what he is he used to be called Samdi. He was a Korean player, played in the LPL for a bit as well. He was a solid player, and basically dropped out of the system a bit and ended up in the ERLs. And he came over here, and has basically just a big fan of Han Sama, so he just renamed himself from Samdi to Ham Samdi in kind of honor of one of his heroes and icons over here in India. That's why it is that way. Originally Samdi, who you may recognize. I don't know what teams he was on actually. Change them. Turn that off for a second. Where is my EMEA Masters? Tab. Thank you very much. Let's have a look. Well, Dragon started. So where was he? He was on V5 back in the day on Sooning Air. He was on Thunder Talk Gaming. He was on Hammer Life for a while. Then he went over to Estral Esports over in Latin America back in the day. BK Rod. Been in LFL really since then. Dragon secured. That breaks the soul point stack. You may remember from HLE V5. Thunder Talk. Hang on. Arrow comes on forwards. Nice combo. Howling in danger. Not quite dead though. Flash for the feral scream. Faust looking for that last one. Rupture just shy. Velia can look for a Q. Flashes on forwards. Gets the smite slow. And in the end, it's a Dark Sphere that brings him down. Faust taken under the turret. Takes a fair amount of damage. Tucks the turret shot onto Nemesis. And they survive. Double kills over towards Lost Ratones. Atakan spawned on this side of the map as well. And they have no jungler and no top laner. I think LR can turn and burn this. But yes, was an LPL and LCK AD carry who then ended up kind of falling into minor regions in the ERLs. Knock up onto Prime, who ends up taking a Force of Will for a lot of damage. Hook comes on through to lower little advantage of themselves. Velia still unkilled. Picks up another. That's the Blitzcrank down. Teleports come flying on through. Are we still doing the Atakan? Yes, we are. We're just pulling it over to the other side of this pit. Be waiting for Crowny by the looks of it, just a little bit. We're just delaying a second or two there. Nemesis looking to see where the Certus over chases. Has done. Scout of the weak lands. Theocax respawned. Is down here in the river now. Big rupture onto him. Looking to try and keep him out of this pit. He's trying to take Scuttle Crab all the while, at least to get something to be around. Blood Petals on the ground. Should now be claimed by Lost Ratones. Remember, empowers the objectives you've already picked up. That will effectively give you an extra grub here. It'll give you half an Infernal Drake, half a Cloud Drake, that kind of vibe. If you get the soul, really empowers that too. And this time it's just a wonderful double scatter into the Vault Breaker, into the Grand Entrance, into the Arrow. Howling tries desperately to run away, and even with all of the mobility that Ambessa has, she eventually falls. Faust ends up really deep under the turret, but for all he's behind, still really bloody tanky, and does go down. And you're welcome for the info, Beige Varsity. Brownie looks at the arrow, lands it onto Howling. Can they follow up? Too much. Scatter the Weak lands. And again, 3 items now on Nemesis. He really hurts. Scatter the Weak. Scatter the Weak. Glacier Prison lands onto Battle, the best target. Now they turn it around and Theocash is in very much danger. He gets ruptured into the sky. And it's Syndra that picks that up. Still has the power to unleash. The threat's still very real from this Syndra. 114 stacks, very close to the execute. Flash Prime. Looked for the rocket grab. Crowny flashes in turn, and the Queen of the Freljord stays alive this time. Howling is around. Hell yeah. Looking for a Vault Breaker. Lands it onto Howling. There is the cease and desist to be available. It's not you, sorry. It's the public execution. What am I talking about? Howling just about survives. My days. Good value from him. Somehow didn't end up going down to that Scout of the Week plus the unleashed power. Any TPs to be seen. There is. Howling having that one up. Won't use it. Sticks around for that wave. So, 30 seconds until Elder, 45 until Hextech. I think LR play for Hextech. Then you're at Soul Point, and you can basically threaten both sides of the map at once. That said, though, they have got ward stuff around this Baron, clearing out this, because there is still a world with double AD carry in particular. You could rush it as IJC. So, 13 seconds. Feast, always going to be difficult to beat. A few more Splinters and quests done. It's done. Here goes the Baron. Trying to drag Lost Ratones away from the Hextech Dragon. 2 seconds on that storm. Bounces around. Does not quite have flash. Belly is here. Arrow comes across. Doesn't land on anyone. We're going to get into the pit though. They could just combo Feast and Smite. This is bold. Thickx has to leave. Oh no, Baron down. It's just Elise. Thank you very much into the Scout of the Week on 3. The Force of Will comes crashing down on top of the map there. Power unleashed. Crowny uses the Blasco to get over the wall in a 1v2 with the other 80 carries. And he likes those odds. Goes down but takes both with him. It's a Legolas moment. He's counting his kills. Howling. Will be howling for his mommy pretty shortly. The boo-boos aren't going to be healed. He's going straight to the Greyskein for at least 20 seconds. More like 50 at this point of the game. I'm miscounted. Hextech's still up. They've got Baron. They can clear out the wave. Oh, it's a disaster. And Theocax gets bounced around quite a lot there. Goes down. And man, oh man, that Force of Will from Syndra hurts now. Nemesis in danger, Reckless here, TP's come on through, Hextech Dragon's up, teleports now begin to fly. Here comes the rest of IJC. They're split up, Lost Ratones, I think they're about to lose their Syndra. Good flash out! Wait, bounces here! He feasts them all! Or at least the one that matters, it's a hook, but Prime is just trying to keep his Corki alive. Out of the week, just shy, Grand Entrance comes on through into the Force of Will. He Valkyries into the Raptor pit, but the Dark Sphere comes on down and clips the wings of the Yordle. Two-shot barrage lands on Nemesis, but not quite enough to kill. Now 7k ahead. Resets coming through. They've got a Hextech Dragon to claim on the reset. Baus, of course he's got a book. There's the Metress. And then look at Syndra. Despite going 4 and 5, dying quite a lot in that mid game. And now 16 stacks deep, building towards a death cap. Oh boy, they hurt. Brownie as well. That's raw attack speed within Kraken Slayer and the Hurricane. Very capable of just trying to manage a lot of those melee divers. Doesn't need to be all that much damage this game, actually. Can afford to avoid the Infinity Edge for a minute or two. Their sole point. Objective bounties here soon. Yeah, I imagine they are. Locket and Redemption done on Reckless as well. Makes it very hard to guarantee the kill you hit with that Glacial Prism, with that Rocket Grab from the Blitzcrank, which is so much additional shielding and healing. Makes it very hard to bring those characters down. See my point? 3 people standing there allow the whole team to enter the Baron pit, still Baron. Yeah, pretty rough stuff. I mean, basically, Baus walks in with Velia, and they go, well, feast and smite. And of course, Steelcats can't stay in there. They'll just get feasted and die. And then there is no attempt to steal. So has to leave, tries to jump straight back in, and doesn't win the smite fight. Always going to be biased against you with a feast and a smite. Supermassive, probably the second best team in the tournament after LR. I mean, potentially. I did have them as one of my favorites. I thought Lost Ratones might have more flaws to their game than we've seen. And in fairness, they've not been perfect. Come on. Anybody who's been watching has gone, oh yeah, that's rough. But the height on this team, the ceiling on this team is just next level. These players are really extraordinary. Baus getting carried. He's been playing well in the mid game so far. He had a good game 1 on the whole, though the Galio ended up being a little bit caught out occasionally early on. Nah, the arrow lands onto Howling into the barrel. He's gonna be so dead. Oh my days. Feast plus execute on Unleashed Power. And Bessa don't get to play no more. What happens when you win the EMEA Masters? You go to LEC? No, you don't. There is no promotional relegation in LEC at the minute. Maybe one day. I kind of hope for some. LR benefits a lot from Nemesis. His shot calling is insane. Yeah. Very good hook. Decent chunk. Velia stays alive though. Ah, Redemption after he's right back to being at a decent HP pool. Burn everything and just get 2/3 of a Vice HP bar. That's it. Base broken. Baron spawns in 35 seconds. There's the Swift March, the Swifties upgrade. This Syndra is going to be a nightmare. Remember, one of the things about Syndra is she can move while casting a lot of her abilities. So that additional kind of just straight move speed is so valuable for her. Get it from Cosmic Drive, get it from Medjai's, get it from upgraded Swifties. Man, this Syndra is going to be tricky to lock down. Here we go. Tearcax ruptured. Arrow comes on through, knocks him up, knocks him down. It's bacon for dinner, boys. Back towards Baron we go. No way to smite fight now. Tearcax isn't a front line to this comp. Not anymore. Reckless Rakans, like you think is world class. He's a very good. He's been playing very well as sport so far. I mean, the thing is, we're also only really watching Lost Ratones play against ERL teams here, and the ERL teams can be good, right? We've seen what KCX can do. We've seen a lot of ERL squads come up and play very well at LEC when, like, the likes of say Mad Koi, now of course Movistar Koi brought up a lot of their LVP squad. Like, it's been done. But it's difficult to know at exactly what level a team is when they're playing in, say, Tier 2 competition. And yes, there's talent in Tier 2. There are players who are genuinely very good in LEC caliber. Are they world class though? Sometimes harder to know. Maybe if we start getting scrims against, say, I don't know, top esports against Gen G, T1. Ooh, that'll be exciting. HLE. Ooh. Be interested to see exactly how they do then. Baus versus Zeus. Hell, Baus versus the Shy, something like that. Then you begin to wonder, don't you? What's next for LR? It'll be NLC in April. That'll be split too, and looking for EMEA Masters. Because again, LR are in this position, right, where they'd need a burst to open up in LEC, or a team to sell for them to get into LEC, and they'd also need a certain amount of history behind them, I think. So they need sort of like stability as an org before Riot go, cool, yeah, we trust you to come in and not just disappear in a year, basically. So I think they're at the very least going to need to have to play this year out before considering moving to LEC. Faust already beat Zaya Sigma. Yeah, it's true. League of their own. Ooh, big stun. Arrow goes wide. Goes to prison, comes on down, but there's the redemption and the locket. In goes Howling, and Howling enjoys the least fun bouncy castle of his life and ends up jumping off the proverbial cliff and into a very early grave. Lost Ratones are moving to 2-0. IJC, what left do you have in your tanks? Because Baus can die. Baus dies to Phoenix, of course he does. Good, we need to make sure we provide vision around mid so Academic can keep that pace in the game. Cade rule and Baus dies, all good. Very normal. Can I admit the Lost Returns could be Gen G currently? No, I can't do it. ERL is not LCK, it's not Gen G. Chovy and Canyon? I mean, I'd love to see it. Hell, that'd be a great match to watch. But I fear the Rats might be overreaching there at least right now. Surely, right? Surely. But let's run some ads. That's Antdog in Onivia's chat, who has the very bold call, had it for the last few days, saying, look, I think that Lost Returns can beat Gen G, was his call. What is the People's Choice team at Worlds? I'd like an open qualifier for Worlds. Like, I'd like to have some ability to get teams, you know, like, from regions that might as well get in an open qualifier. Like, it'd be cool to have, like, 2 teams through an open qualifier. I think that'd be quite cool, and literally every team could join that. So you'd have, like, this massive brawl of LPL, LCK, random teams just playing through a massive bracket. Could be really good fun. Dota 2 does something like that for the international. I think it'd just be cool. Suddenly you have, like, that opportunity for those ERL teams to make it, that kind of thing. Reckless Nami and Lulu is decent. What do you think with one? I think he's pretty good on the Nami and Lulu. I agree. LR will struggle against LGD and Bro to go past 20 minutes. Ooh, grumpy. Low-end LPL would be LR. Interesting. I think their macro is potentially weak enough there that LR could be really scary. Guess someone ain't going ball. Oh, that's very true. Where are you, Jay-Z? You're safe. Let me change my audios around. I'm going to refill on my tea for what could be our last game of the day, guys. I need to run some ads as well. Before I do go any further, though, reminder. PIA VPN has sponsored our EMEA Masters streams. Pleasure to them for coming and helping us out. PIAVPN.com/Onivia lol is where we're at. Please consider using that link if you want. It's a very good VPN by all accounts, from what I can see. So if you're looking for something to help you with dealing with geolocation issues, internet security, it works across multiple devices, in fact all your devices off one account, which is really useful, so you get a lot of bang for your buck. And it's an 83% discount if you use that code, that link there. Please consider using it if you're looking into a VPN. I think it's a pretty good deal, all things said and done. Exclamation mark PIA in chat should get you to the link. Shout out done. Right, I'm going to run... Actually, I think this man's running already. I'm going to go and get myself ready for Game 3. Back in a second. Once I've gotten the joys of additional tea. I return. I have more tea. Pause the music. Unmute the clean feed. So. Onto the riff. What could be our final time? Prime and Han Sam D. On the Sivir and the Karma. Should be able to get some shove against Zeri Lulu. Yone gonna get lightly shoved in. Oh, nice soul flare. Oh, that's the recall animation on Tristana. I was like, what is that noise? Also, good to see you, Mr. Appreciate you, dude.
Minions have spawned.
Don't think those runes look all that crazy. It's Grasp for Cassante. I apologize for the chroma key. Taking him out for the count there. Another soul flare comes on through. Crowny eats it. Prime 2 for 2 so far on the mantra Qs. Yone managed to get to Q3 at least. Doesn't really get all that much done more than that. Certus eating all a couple autos there as Nemesis has guaranteed himself some shove. Zeri Lulu doing a better job of helping shove that wave than I thought they might. That level 2 still going to be won by Han Samdi and Prime. We'll see. Explosive charge earned by Nemesis. Gets a nice chunk onto Certus. And there's the level 2 we thought might be coming on through. Crowny taking a fairly decent chunk. There's another solar flare lands onto this area. That's 3 that we've seen here onto Crowny alone. I say solar flare, I meant soul flare. I'm getting tired, guys. Nice shield on the autos. Okay, it's not going to do as much as they might have in another life. In a flame. Shy that time. Prime though. We'll have a few seconds left and they'll be able to mantra again and continue to be as obnoxious as you can be with these base damages on the card. Okay. Velia cleaning up pretty fast. Gonna recall and head over towards what will likely be topside scuttle trap here. Dark seal. The boot's already completed. Doesn't want to fight with that shove having come through bot. Fast enough on that reset to get over to the second scuttle crab and be okay with it. Big chunk then down towards bot side as Sivir Karma continues to do what the Sivir Karma were likely going to do. Now can toss into the pounce. Found Theocax. Can look to challenge this. Certus doesn't have the Q3. Off over the wall. There's the trap that went on down. So big chunk onto Theocax who hasn't had a chance to back. So the extra damage is pretty significant. Once Theocax has got the entirety of that camp though, Velia got none of it. Will likely mean that these Krugs though are going to go the way of Velia. Especially as Lillian needs to reset. Does lose at least one of those camps. Velia though saying, cool, I'm on reset. I know where Velia's going to have to path. I'll go look to steal these Raptors on spawn. Not there as yet. We'll be spotted across the ward heading through Banana Bush if that happens. Crowny has to be shielded, burns the barrier as well. Prime gets a big chunk down. burn heal to escape himself. Lots of summoners pop bot side, but no one actually in danger of dying as yet. There we go. We're going to start fighting over the Raptors again. Theocax is here. Looks for the Swell Seed. Chunk comes on through. Watch out, Eve comes on down. Velia now in danger. Gives himself a Primal Surge. The Blooming Blows land. Velia needs to back on out of here. A decent win there for Theocax, who gets the majority of that camp and a big chunk onto Velia. Brownie has to flash away. The renewal was used there by Prime. Theocax now bot side looking for the Swell Seed. Doesn't quite land it onto Crowny and Reckless, but can now look to steal away these Krugs. Velia losing out a little bit here on this jungle matchup. Theocax now won a couple important duels around Raptors. Baus in danger. Barrel roll used. Flash for flash as Howling and Baus go looking. Mid lane, Certus is forced to flash as well as Nemesis went looking. A pretty significant kill there. This now has just hit 6. Didn't have Bust Shot available to him there, but did get a decent reset off for that early BF sword there. Also have that flash to play with here in the lane. Javelin Toss lands onto Howling. Now actually in quite a lot of danger. Full footwork to give himself a bit of a shield. Autos begin to fly. Javelin Toss number 2. Not a lot of mana. Still looking for some autos back. We'll need to turn back into human form and look for Primal Surge. Lays that reset now for Howling pretty significantly. Does have the teleport. Grubs are up. Velia's thinking about starting this one. Be a bit aware as Prime is here and over comes Theocax. You got to take 1. I don't know about anything more here. Actually, doesn't even have a smite available. It's going to be really close getting out of here. Should be found. Baus. Huge amount of mana. Decent Javelin Toss onto Theocax. Prime around. I think it'd be hard to go for more. That's level 6. I'll look for a Swell Seed or anything onto Bausy. Just give me a second while I blow my nose. Blah. Long shove comes on through. Velia's now here. Looking for the Javelin Toss. Lands it onto Certus. Velia now in danger. Flashes over the wall, but Certus can look for the face. He'll missed it. Velia now back into human form. Misses the Javelin Toss. Will pounce back. Won't quite get it, but now Nemesis gets an opportunity to go onto Certus. That was well smart by Velia to step towards the back of the red buff pit. Needs to hop away now to Nemesis. Buster shot over the wall. Quite look for the cam hill. Flash away as Theocax went looking. Velia trying to heal on up as Prime and Hand Samdi have roamed on up. Crowny low but not taken out, as the same with Velia. Summoners popped everywhere you can. Look, Nemesis actually had to burn the flash there in that 1v1 against Certus. Crowny very low. Killed Troll going over the wall. Oh no, that's a big moment. Get Dragon off that as well. Crowny, the last time we saw him on the Zeri as well, ended up giving up a fairly significant game against Supermassive. Kept getting caught out, holding on to his wall ride. Looking for a proxy farm as Baus sidesteps the Untofo strikes part 3. Well, Theocax finds Baus. Watch out, he comes on through. Cask away towards Baus. The Conqueror's stack. Barrel Roller's there looking to try and claim that wave. Actually, that slow is significant. It's a decent heal. Trying to recall. Won't quite be able to. He's going to try and execute now to give the kill over to... He's so annoying. What is this? Should just fall here. Goes for the body slam. Can't quite do it. Denies an assist over to Theocax though. He decided actually I'm wasting my time here. I need to go get my farm done. And LR go, cool, that was 3 people tied up dealing with Baus by the tier 3. Let's go take Dragon. And they do just that. Okay. What do we do from here, LR? We've given up some important kills there. Hand Samdi up a significant amount. Howling also in a pretty scary spot. And farm lead for Theocax going to get pretty alarming. Especially as Velia's not really managed to get much done on this Nidalee. Hasn't died, and that's a bonus. Okay, Velia. Gonna land the javelin toss and howling mid-air. They will have the extended pounce range. Into the bush they go. Howling forced to flash. Blue buff secured and stolen away by Theocax. Nice chunk though. Back onto that Lilia. Gonna look for the Krugs now as well. Just looking for that Mortal Steel Part 3. Gets a decent Spirit Cleave Shield. Will eat an explosive charge. This could be a lot worse. So my dude is bringing solo cube charge to the tournament. I mean, that's Bousy. It's what he does. Brownie looks forward. Spark surge into the lightning crash, but is rooted up into the turret. Gets a shield from this Lulu. The heal as well. Still has the wild growth to work with. On the hunt. Burned there. Theocax now coming around. Looking for an angle. Crowny just about okay. Looks forward, but there's Theocax. It's the flash out the moment he sees it. Lilting Lullaby can go on to 2. Oh, goodbye, sweet princess. Bot lane dies. Double blooming blow. Theocax 2-0-1. That was really nice. They had no idea that the Lilia was there. And the moment Crowny sees it, he goes, oh shit. And flashes back over, but it's a double swell seed after. Sends them all to sleep. Crowny's caught here at 20% HP. He's not having a great time. They don't see the Lilia. And Crowny's going to go, cool, I think I can do this. And there's Lilia, and you go, oh, fuck me. And that swell seed splash off Crowny onto Lulu. Allows for a double watch out eat into the queue. Soul Flare lands as well. Oh, beautiful. Crowny Zeri hasn't been it this tournament, I'm not going to lie to you all. That'll be Raptors being run out. Swell Sea goes through the bush to make sure there's no one there. And watch out, EAP stands for Eviscerates Enemy Poultry. You take that, Camp Lat, nobody's business is Lilia. Continue the hunt around is Theocax. Out to safety. Faust begins to auto the wave. Proxy farming once more. Actually pretty low here. Just a bit away. Howling could absolutely look for a bit of a combo here, but the phase rush and the barrel roll slow. Pretty good. Throws that barrel to claim that minion. Nicely timed, Bousy. Back he goes again. He's just not leaving. Oh my god, this guy is such a menace. Okay, got a spot by Bousy. Don't know he's there now. What is this? Theocax flashes, claims the kill, and Bousy dies. That's an assist over towards Howling, and a third kill over towards Azilia, who should really have a Dark Seal. I'm not gonna lie, should have a Dark Seal. Doesn't. Does the game have audio echo? Apologies, that's on me. There's I've got this basically the way I do the way I have to monitor the clean feed means that sometimes a bit of an echo onto my desktop audio, so I need to change my desktop audio settings. So hopefully that should have resolved the reverb. What's up? Hey, Azure Kirby. Hello, hello. How's life? Welcome to the world of Pro League of Legends. Lost Ratones. Currently 2-0 up in the series. So in this game, they are 5 kills to 0 down against Ici Japon Corp from LFL, the French number 2 seed. And a lot of those kills are onto this Lilia, who's going to be a problem this game. Reckless is not having fun. Has to flash away. Nemesis hops just about wide of that swell. So you buster shots Theocax away, who's still really fast. Oh my days, blooming blows. Stack that up for however much movement speed. Prancing around like Bambi from Nightmares. You killed Bambi's mother, now Bambi killed you. And a grumpy, oh, and a hydrate. Oh no, ads are running. Oh god, I thought I'd stop those. Oh well. Apologies for that one. Oh, hang on. Theakak's in danger, but actually just pushing him back into Crowley. He eats so much damage. Theakak is so fast. Oh my god, the burn's not enough. Passive healing too much. Now Howling's running at him. Lands a Swirl Seed on Velia. Nah. Smite comes on through. Needs to start running away. I'm so sorry, Twitch viewers. Bit of an ad streak happening. I hit the wrong button. I wanted to clip something. Oh, Theakak, no! Oops. Actually, a really significant shutdown for Velia. Hand Samdi now in danger. Autos. Misses the Javelin Toss. Looking for these trades. Can't get the Bushwhack. Hopping forward. There's a barrier, Velia. I guess he thought there was no way out with Prime around. So he said, can I take Hand Samdi with me? And the answer was no. I need to stretch, God, according to Grumpy. That's very wise. But let me just... I'm thinking about it. Oh. Might be a good opportunity for you guys as well. Oh. Oh, bit better. Certus. Go looking for Nemesis. Can't quite find it. 4 grubs to Lost Returns, worth noting. Got to be 2,500. Really unfortunate for Theakak to go down there. Almost as unfortunate is for having your internet access and history studied by people you don't want it to. That's why you could use piavpn.com/Onivia lol and not have that problem anymore. Boom. Ad read done. What is Lilia doing there? You know Nidalee is there from somewhere. I know. It was very silly. Bit greedy from Theakak. I think he thought Velia might have reset. Just give up the red buff. It's not that big a deal. On towards the Herald we look. Velia's around. Javelin Toss blocked. And Herald secured. There we go. Baus gets over the wall. Javelin Toss onto Howling. Again, doesn't mean all that much at this point. LR in their comfort zone. Down in the mid game. Happens to them quite regularly, honestly. Gonna try and look for Howling. You can potentially just go all out here. Fair amount of mixed damage though. Jeez, oh, smashing damage. What am I talking about? Barrel roll comes on through. Cass goes for the all out. Now trying to play this one out. The turret shots are pretty significant, but they are surely gonna kill off Howling there. He loses all those resists when he goes all out. Nice pick off. Second kill of the game now for Lost Returns. Buster shot away. Lilting Lullaby onto Nemesis. Reckless around. Will need to Wild Growth. Does so. Knocks up Theakak. Now they can start to turn it around onto the Lilia. Teleport comes on through. Bounce is now here. Looking for an angle. Certus also around. Will use that Spirit Cleave. Big chunk onto Prime. Root comes on through. Now trying to escape. Q3 is there. Crowny now looking for an angle. There is no Fate Seal to be used. Landing the Swelty. Prime in danger. Lightning Crash comes on through. Flashes away from IJC. We're in start of bother. Trying to escape and do so. Prime down both summoners. Teleports burned by Lost Returns, but they hold their nerve and keep people alive. And actually with the resets coming on through, I think between Reckless and Nemesis, this bot tier 1 will fall. It'll be the second turret of the game. First one for Lost Returns. Velia pops over the wall. Not too much to be seen here. We've got Dragon in a minute. That might be our next port of call. Just sweeping his own jungle to see if there are any wards there he might not otherwise have seen. Puts down the bungee trap. Actually, we're calling on vision there. Not going to mean all that much because they've got the Herald empowered recall. Just unbinds his soul. Backs away fine. Nidalee pathing towards the other side of the map. Maybe they don't want to play for this dragon. It'll only be second dragon of the game. Well, sorry. Second dragon for IJC. Both people have got... teams have got a dragon piece. Fumbling my proper nouns here. Gragas now at Cosmic Drive. Building towards the Lost Chapter and the Nidalee Rod. Possibly a Ludens, actually, this game. See exactly what he goes towards. Likely to be... Hang on, to this angle. Flash for the all-out. Drags Baus a long way away. Can now still look for a belly bop. Runs to the barrel roll underneath. Crowny here with the wave. Howling under his own turret. There's a lightning crash. Velia Pounces on forward, takedown, looking for that angle. The swipe also there. Baus picks up the kill. And for once, the team playing around Bausey. All the while, they're looking at picture-in-picture. The tier 2 is gone. Getting a big chunk to the inhibitor turret too. Get a kill, get a turret. Atakan has spawned Certus in a dangerous spot. Now needs to think about running away. Fate sealed onto Nemesis, but doesn't get him that far away. Unbinds his own soul, but doesn't have anywhere to go. And they've just lost their mid lane. Their top lane is not alive for another 15 seconds. Can they Atakan off this? There's 3 people around on that Ocean Dragon. I think instead, LR will look for that tier 1 in the bot side. Bausey needs to be careful here. He's going to be collapsed on by multiple members. Will make himself go towards a drunken range. Hit by a swell seed. What an angle from Theocax. Watch out, EP goes. Shutdown going the way of Prime. That's a bit frustrating. Karma not really the one who wants that. Thalia hops over the wall. Stays alive in Cougar form, waiting for the pounce to come back up. Now look for some of those javelin tosses. Sees the ward, clears it out. Bausey, having done so much good work, dies horribly. Very on brand, really. Nemesis hops on forward again with the rocket jump. Explosive charge put on top of Howling, who eats a decent chunk there. It's 2-item Tristan, who's got Infinity Edge second with the wild arrows. So, alongside that crit cloak, that's got to be edging towards 75% plus crit strike. No armor pen as yet, obviously, but still very, very damaging to a team that hasn't built that much armor as yet. The Zhonya's will be coming in. There's that arm guard in. And the unending despair has some to it. It's still a double AD carry comp. I understand why he's gone Hollow Radiance first. Your lane opponent is the Gragas. Your jungler is the enemy jungler is the Nidalee. But still. Gold lead. Just under 2,000 now for IJC. 2 items completed for Han Sam D, who's in a great spot this game at 2-0 and 2. Theocax as well. Got the active with the arm guard. Got the NLR as well, so could just use it and then turn it into his own pretty swiftly after. May also choose to start building towards another item. But decides, actually no, wants that Zhonya's completion. Safer, simpler, easier, particularly in the jungle where you don't have quite as much consistent access to gold, especially if things start to fall away from you. Also completes the Ionian Boot, upgrades to Crimson Lucidity. A lot of ability haste now on this Lilia. Atakan in consideration, Crowny will be on vision. Not in any real danger though, as no one wants to jump in there. Here is the Atakan. Wards around for Lost Ratones though, so the rats have an idea it's happening and will be turning up in force. But Octopi versus rats this game. A pretty rat-favoured matchup. Not what I would necessarily have expected on paper, but hey, who am I to judge? Imaginary animal fights. Nemesis hit with a Swirl Seed. Won't be asked to go to sleep by the Lilia. Down to half HP though is this ruinous Atakan. Velia now into the pit. Being dragged back down. Will reset aggro here. Velia now turning it around. Pulling it away. And actually IJC backing off. Do Lost Ratones want to stay and fight this? They might. Baus is a great gatekeeper here on the Gragas. And they have control of the Tri-Brush. Certus has TP. What is he? Has he got item completion on back? He does. That's Immortal Shield Bow. Can look to teleport. Shurelius comes on through. Certus TP's to the midway. Means he's not here. But neither is Crowny. Massive cast from Baus. Double sleep onto Nemesis. And to Reckless, though, means no one goes down. HP bars a little bit dicey for a lot of people involved, but no one is out. Certus here now, though. And we go again. IJC started up. Lost Ratones not going to be allowed to reset. Baus, low, does not have TP. Has burned the flash, burned the cask. Needs to find an angle in here, and a lot of those engage options are now limited for Lost Ratones. Both teams started and pulled away from Atakan multiple times, but it's not de-aggroed. They're going again. Baus hops over the wall. Certus unbinds his soul. Does not find an angle to use the Fate Sealed. It's just going to Lost Ratones. Theocax tries to get over. He's not here in time, but now the petals on the floor. Spawning. Going to be fought all over. Howling in danger. Lightning crash comes on down from Crowny, who will ensure, with the help of Reckless Polymorph, that Cassante falls. There will be no copy pasta today. And the majority of the blood petals go the way of Lost Ratones, and they get the Atakan. It's a long, long standoff. Certus still got the Fate Sealed, never found an angle to use it. And IJC play with fire and get burned. Let's have a look again. It's a very, very extended sequence. In the end, we go to the final moment when LR are the ones that pick up this Atakan. Theocax turns up. It's just too little. It's just too late. And then they start fighting over these blood battles. But with Howling, polymorph just as he goes all out. Crowny's able to pick it up now with 2 items himself. Over towards the Baron we go, though. And LR, I don't know. Are they just giving this up? They have no idea. Between Hamsamdi and Theocax, this will die pretty damn fast. Here comes the rest of LR, though. Hang on. Early smite used to try and speed this up. 10 seconds remaining on this one. It's been aggroed again. They won't stay around, though, will LR. I wonder whether they might just go, well, thank you for the leash times 2. There goes the mid lane tier 1. It's been up for such a long time this game, and LR, suddenly this gold lead for IJC is non-existent. Ocean Drake is there. Hansamdi will take a turret at least. Something back. Fauci and Velia sent to contest for that tier 2. Velia instead decides he's going to reset here. Fauci with a barrel roll. Should have enough wave clear with enough AP to his name to clear that wave largely out. Does so. A lot of ability haste too. The moment one barrel roll is done, another comes flying on through. Still just sat on that lost chapter. Did turn it into the usual Lich Bane. Decided just going to use it for that mana and sustain. Doesn't need to turn it into an item at all. One of these crap objectives from IJC, it's not been great, I'm not going to lie. They seem nervous, they seem out of sorts. Honestly, this isn't the IJC I was expecting. Where is the confidence? Where is the trigger pulling? Certus and Hamsamdi, solid enough in lane, but the team fight presence has been a little absent so far. Wonder whether the pressure in finals against Lost Ratones, who've got all of this hype, all of this aura around them from the players and the expectations and the storylines and all of the streams and the names and all these things. It's just a lot of pressure. Never mind that it is you, not Karmine Corp, in the finals for the LFL. That it is EMEA Masters final where the LFL are expected to win. They just are. You wonder whether it's getting to them just a little bit. Shout out to Theocax, who has actually had a pretty good game. And again, it's not like they're out of it yet. Got a couple dragons of their own. They scale exceptionally well this game. You've got 3 items on a Sivir. Oh boy, you're going to hit. Theocax at level 14. Up 800 gold. Feeling pretty good himself on this Lilia. Could be a real menace. It does feel like Lost Ratones just look a lot more composed. So far. Steal away. Scuttle Crab. Speed try now. Uncontestable vision. Nemesis shoving up in the bot side has got teleport. Baron started again by IJC. They've had some problematic objectives. Is this just going to be another one? They look to turn. TP comes up through and Nemesis immediately flashes. Crowny burns the lightning crash. Howling in danger. Flash over the Q3. Now Howling in danger being run down. There's not that much CC from the side of Lost Ratones. Just move speed and raw DPS. They don't find what they're looking for. Crowny burns flash, burns ult. So does Nemesis. Both AD carries down that flash. Critical summon is down. All for the price of starting the Baron. I think IJC might be okay with that, you know. I hear you cross the veil. Comes right back out from it. Really brief jaunt to the other side. Take a breather here. Horizon Focus done for the Nidalee. Void Staff done for Baus. He's going to hit like a truck. Well, honestly, I'd take that objective play from IJC. You've got teleport, double flashes off. Probably the most important people to have flashes off in the Tristana and the Zeri. Can you convert it into something though? You need to make some. You need to kind of repeat the play now. Force an ugly fight. You've got the teleport advantage. You've got the flash advantage. You use it. Theocax eats a javelin toss. And now Hansamdi has to ult himself. Oh my days, that damage. This Theocax should be able to heal himself back up here off the camps. Passive healing should be decent. Doesn't have anything like a Rift Maker yet, does this Lilia? So not that full of sustain. On to the Baron. Lost Ratones go. Ward in the back of the pit. Spotted that by Control Ward. Control Ward of IJC's own put down. Down to 3,000 HP. 3 guys has flash. Can't get in space. Can't get in there in time. And ILR just rush it down with double AD carries. And IJC are late to the objective. One that they theoretically should have had better command of. Maybe it'll just have to be a fight around this Ocean Dragon instead. Oh dear. That's disappointing. You said they looked a little bit out of sorts. Kind of thing is going to hurt them in the long run. Oh my days, Theocax eats a big chunk. Rousey goes bouncy. They can kill him off before an Ocean Dragon. That might be something, but they just don't have the damage. And he can belly slam over a wall. And be just fine. LR gets away with murder again, says the grunt guy. And yes, they do. Shout out to my Twitch, my YouTube. Just Onivia's YouTube hanging around this time around. You two could get away with proverbial murder. It's only the end. Use the link. Get some discounts. Oh my god, Theocax! Didn't even get to press Zhonya's. There is no time like the present, and Valia on a late game Nidalee is somehow finding Valia off Theocax. What an early game you had. Falling apart with the rest of the team now in the mid to late stages. 31 minutes on the clock. 2.1k ahead with Baron to their name. Double AD carries begin to murder these structures that are remaining, and the gold lead begins to balloon in Lost Ratones' favor. They are looking to be on the verge, on the precipice. The EMEA Masters victory. What the hell? Their sole point. It's supposed to be a close finals. NLC versus LFL is always close. And NLC have never won an EMEA Masters finals. Not really. LFL have been our bogeymen so many times. Carmine Core versus JDXL all those years ago. Come close, come to semi so many times. Deep run so many times. And it's the team that people decried as a content team. As a vanity project from Cadril. Is it anything but now? One split in. They are on the verge of clean sweeping EMEA Masters. Not laughing now. What a run. A generational run. We might well be witnessing first steps to extended glory. Lost Ratones, another massive organization within the esports space. That's the dream, isn't it? Cask goes forward. Theocax gets to go golden this time. Howling. Path makes to buy space. Shutdown. Hansam D dies in the back end of it all. Nemesis, now with a wild growth on top of him, can look to throw down some of those explosive charges. Drawn enough of a bead at level 16. Level 18, I apologize, to be at max range, match damage. And the match is all but solved now. 3 members dead. Lost Ratones in the base. An infestation. There is no exterminator in the world that can stop this story, stop this narrative. Lost Ratones, the content team. The team that people decried as streamers, washed up. Cadril squad to get stream views. Is it anything but? LFL falls at the hands of NLC. And they are the victors in winter. Somehow, some way, they have gone from strength to strength. They have ground harder than anyone else. They've all done it on bloody tape. And they win in their first split as an organization. And they do it in style, in their own way, with their own players, playing champions and styles that no one else in the world is right now. We are witnessing something very special here, folks. Lost Ratones, may they reign joyously. May they reign in the way that they have done so far. It is a new age for esports. It's a new age for ERLs. And they are at like interesting strats and characters to play in the meta. I mean, that's Lost Ratones for you. Because so for context, for those who don't know League so well, and Azure Kirby is someone a bit new to that. In fact, we were teaching them how to play just the other night in the Discord server. Do come and join the Discord server. It's a great place to come hang out with me and some of the other crew. Exclamation mark Discord in chat will get you there. But Baus, the top laner, is a solo queue streamer. And he was notorious for playing in such a manner that people kept reporting him for inting. He used to play so aggressively and died doing it, but still win the game. Because he had this whole strategy around the inting silent. He's kind of converted into a kind of like whole creed of playing League. It's all about pressure, all about getting resources and denying the enemy map pressure. And even if he dies, it's worth it. And people were like, it's meme, it's intentional feeding, it's not good for the game. The Riot waded in and said, actually, he's trying to win the game. It's annoying, but it is actually perfectly fine. And in the end, you know, he's now gone all the way from being a streamer who's grown famous from that, all the way to being a NLC legend, an EMEA Masters legend, a winner in them, and that's pretty amazing. In the words of Todd Howard, it just works. That pro play from solo queue has been, well, that solo queue strat has converted to pro play and has won EMEA Masters. Pretty damn remarkable. Congratulations, guys. Thank you for coming and hanging out. I've been on air very, very long time today. I think we're going to call it there. Onivia, a pleasure to have you guys over there on that channel. Pleasure to have you guys all over on YouTube as well. I'm going to end my stream on YouTube. Goodbye. And Onivia's stream on YouTube as well. A pleasure, folks. Thank you for hanging out with us. Do give me a follow over on Twitch, on YouTube, and all those things as well. If you can give a subscription over on the Twitch and all that kind of thing, means a huge deal. Until next time, though, guys, I appreciate you all. Be back tomorrow on Alex's stream, Nymero's stream for LPL. Until then, though, wonderful time. Bye-bye there. And now for all you lovely lot in my Twitch chat, let's go have a look and see whether there's someone to raid.